I had to take my health seriously. I had to do something about this. It was not good. I really went all in on a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet. Now, I've been eating this way for over 2 months. Let me show you the results. This is a big day for me. Now look at it. And just overall, I think this has had an amazing health benefit. Wow. Hi, I'm Jim. I'm 43 years old. I live off-grid. My wife and I were building our own earth bag home out here in the Arizona desert, trying to live sustainably off the land. Now, my health is incredibly important because what we do out here, it's incredibly physical, very intense, hard work. So I have to be healthy in order to get this work done. Living the way we do, I thought I was doing really well health-wise because I'm always active, always busy, and I thought maybe I could get away with eating more sweets, more processed foods. I thought surely with my physical activity I'd be able to burn that off, but I was wrong. And I ended up putting on a few pounds. Not too long ago I had a bit of a health scare, and I ended up developing Raynaud's syndrome. You know, I take our dog Crew out for a walk in the mornings. Eventually, when I got back, I noticed some irritation on my toes. I noticed some discoloration, some swelling. Blood flow had been kind of cut off to the toes, causing those symptoms. Now that gave me quite a bit of concern. My blood pressure had gone up, even though I'm on medication. Everything was kind of going wacky at that point. Blood pressure's up, things are happening with my blood flow. It was not good. So I went to go see a doctor. My doctor immediately wanted to throw some more medications at me, but he also had me see a specialist. I'm here at the AZ Arthritis and Rheumatology Center. You know, hopefully we'll have an answer to this health condition that kind of surfaced recently that I've been dealing with. Just waiting now. Checked in and just waiting. This visit was short. It was sweet. They aren't seeing any underlying conditions here. So, you know, they just gave me the basic advice, keep doing what I'm doing. But I really didn't get any answers from the doctor. So at this time I was probably weighed about 155 pounds. I'm like 5 feet 4 inches tall, so I was definitely considered overweight. My blood pressure at the time was kind of going up, even though I was on the medication. So I had to take my health seriously. I had to do something about this. So I knew the only thing that I left in my arsenal was to change my diet. He's nibbling on my foot. Are you hungry? Uh-oh, uh-oh, ow, ow, ow. So I did really well on a ketogenic diet before. I lost a bunch of weight and even lowered my blood pressure. And I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do again. No more. I'll do this until I feel better. And then I go back to more processed foods. I got to make a change, not just to a diet, but my lifestyle change to reflect kind of what we're doing out here. So I decided to go back in on the keto, but this time permanently. Good stuff? Good stuff. I really went all in on a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet. I'm eating whole foods, natural foods, and it's been working out really well for me. Now, if you're not familiar with a ketogenic diet, it's where you get most of your calories from fat. So I get to have a lot of foods I really enjoy. I enjoy eating eggs, so I usually make a 3-egg omelet. I'll put some cheese on there, some hot sauce, some bacon, maybe some avocado. I've been making my own bone broth from just more inexpensive things that you can actually pick up from the butcher shop. That's been a really great addition to the diet. Is he going crazy over the bone broth? See, at first he's sour, and then he's sweet. Got just a little over 6 jars of beef bone broth. Whoa. I think this stuff looks pretty good. And we still got a bunch of stuff off the bones. So, more stuff for soup. The saturated fat is going off the chart. And you know, that usually gets demonized by modern dietitians. But it's an incredibly important part of my current diet. So, I've really been pushing with the eggs, avocados, fish. Red meat is definitely a staple of the diet. Things like liver, adding liver into the diet, which is incredibly nutrient dense. Or, really eating the fat that comes along with the meat. So a big part of what I'm doing here for my health is I've gone kind of very strict low carb, ketogenic diet. I kind of wanted to keep track and see if I'm in ketosis. One of the easiest, cheapest ways to do it is with these test strips. You just pee on it, kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. But I've also invested in a little blood monitor thing, which I kind of like because not only does it kind of tell you what the ketone levels are, but it also tells you kind of what your blood glucose is. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 thing. So what's kind of cool with this is that it connects to the phone. You just sync the readings and it'll give you kind of how deep in ketosis you are based on the glucose and the ketones. So with the ketones being at 1.1 and the glucose being at 80, I am in a moderate level of ketosis. Now I've been eating this way for over 2 months. Let me show you the results. I have so much energy now, much more energy than I did before. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I had a lot of energy before. And so it's just been that much more intense. The mental clarity and focus I have now is just amazing. It's amazing what the right diet can do for your mind. Now the blood pressure has also seen tremendous results, but that got even better with something I started doing later on toward the end of this with some intermittent fasting and even a longer fast. Really helped me health-wise. 111/73, not bad. I always seem to get congested at night and it really bothers my sleep. So with this diet, the congestion really cleared up, my nasal passages really allowed me to breathe much better, and it was really an unexpected benefit to that. But because I can breathe better at night, my sleeping has been much better, and just overall, I think this has had an amazing health benefit. I didn't go in this necessary to lose weight, but it's definitely a huge benefit. I look better, I feel better. Alright y'all, this is a big day for me. I haven't even been this slim since the last time I did a ketogenic diet, so this is a huge one. Just bought these pants to just the right size to fit me, and now it's loose. So all of these are holes that I made during previous weight loss journeys. This right here will be the next one. I started making a hole, but I never finished it. There we go. Now we're snug. Now look at it. So along this 2-month journey, we've been sort of taking topless photos of me. I knew there'd be some type of transformation and I really kind of wanted to document it. But Jess here wanted to get my reaction from with the first photo we took and the last photo we took.
The first one we took was February 4th. Before.
I look sad. I look sad there too.
You do look a little sad. And this is the one we took just earlier this week.
Wow. Man, that is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, a noticeable difference.
Huge difference. Oh my goodness. You could tell in the face, the arms, well, and definitely the gut. Man, wow. And I look happier. I look happier being trim. That's incredible. It goes to show you even what you can do in just a couple of months. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. It took a while for me to put on those extra pounds. 5-6 months at least of probably not the best eating and snacking too much and a little too much sugar. It might have been a little bit longer because we were doing so much physical activity.
Yeah, and you would think
that you could work that off, but like I said, you can't outwork poor eating habits.
You can see what happened like once you got focused on that, on turning that around.
Who wants to see the transformation?
Look at that. Look at Daddy.
It's a trimmer daddy. Man, that's remarkable. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Oh.
And so is crew.
Oh, we're going brave. You know, I have this amazing opportunity to live a different kind of lifestyle. We're building our own home, trying to be more self-sufficient, and again, diet has got to be a part of that. That processed sugar, processed foods, it's no good for my body. So I'm gonna keep sticking to, you know, whole, natural foods, meat, veggies. You know, maybe I'll add more carbs into my diet later on. Maybe not a lot, but if they are, they're gonna come from good, natural sources. And just stick to that, you know. We'll be making our own food, we'll be growing our own food, raising our own food. There's times in between our building where we're not getting as much physical activity. I gotta keep building my muscle, building my strength. So toward the end of this, I started adding some exercise routines in there. And with those dietary changes, it's gonna change a lot of what we do around here. We had an idea of what we wanted to do coming into this, but now since both of our diets have changed, it's really gonna reflect kind of how we build this place up. So now, although the blood pressure is looking really good, back in control, I wish I could say that this has cured the Raynaud's, but I still feel I'm kind of suffering a little bit from the blood vessels in my toes, especially just kind of wanting to close up. The diet has not necessarily cured me of that yet, but we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna keep on going with this diet, adding in the exercise, and really take my health and fitness to another level. And we'll see how well I can treat not only the Raynaud's, but also get off the blood pressure medication. So stay tuned, and we'll see how this does.